Hello, everybody. Today we're going to be talking about travel expenses. Now, this is not an area in which I receive a lot of questions because most people think it's pretty cut and dry. You are traveling outside of your home geographical location for business purposes, and all expenses associated with that travel are going to be tax deductible in one way or another. And for the most part, that's true, but there are situations that pop up that muddy the waters a little bit. For example, what if you are traveling to an area and you happen to have family and friends there? So you extend your trip a couple of days so that you can spend time with them. Well, that creates a situation where you have to be careful about what is and is not considered a tax deductible expense. And there are a couple of easy ways of doing this in that the days that you are not working, in that you are spending time sightseeing or with family or whatever, those are the days in which your expenses, meals, rental car, hotel rooms, are not going to be tax deductible. So you're only going to be deducting expenses on days in which you are actually working. That's pretty simple. But what about your airplane ticket? What about your mileage if you drove there? And those are the areas in which it gets a little bit more complicated, and you should be working with your tax professional to make sure that you maximize the tax deductibility of that in a very reasonable way that can't get you into trouble later. There are also times when an individual will go on a business trip and bring their spouse, because I know some of us travel often and we really, really want that time with our spouses. So, how does that work? Well, it's very simple for the most part, in that only your plane ticket, only your meals are actually tax deductible. But what happens with something like the hotel room? It can get very complicated and unclear. So make sure you are working with your tax professionals to make sure that you, again, are maximizing what you need to do in those situations. And those are just two basic examples. There are plenty of things that can happen in order to really muddy those waters on what is a tax deductible travel expense and what isn't. So make sure, call your CPA, call your enrolled agent, whoever it is you happen to be working with on your taxes, and ask them these questions so that you make sure you get it right and protect yourself if you're ever audited. Take care, everybody. Next week, we will be talking about insurance, what is and is not deductible, because there are some differences there. We'll see you next time, everybody. Take care.